Hello everybody and a good day to you all. Today I am talking about You, Season number 1, Episode number 10, Bluebeard's Castle. This is the season finale. Everything goes down. The truth gets revealed. You find out about, Beck finds out about Joe, the guy she was sleeping with, the guy she has been with. Well, he's a psychopath. And she finds that out now because he locks her up in the basement, in the bookstore, in the bookcase, where it's soundproof. They can't hear her scream. And so she's dealing with the fact that her boyfriend is a nutbar. And then the messed up part is he's forcing her to write so she can pretty much have no distractions and pretty much explore her creative juices. Yes. And we also get a little bit of back history about Joe. We see him in a relationship he had with the former manager, the owner of the bookstore, Mr. Mooney, who's played by Mark Blum. And we see how their relationship was because Mr. Mooney was also a little bit of a crazy person too, and he pretty much, helped Joe by locking him up in the basement as well. That's why Joe does it, and so because it worked for Joe, and so therefore he's trying to do this to help the work on Beck too, because he feels as though by keeping her down there, so she can get her mind right and she can focus and she can understand the things that he has done for her, or people he has killed to make her better. Because in a way, he is actually telling the truth. Everything he has done for Beck has made her better as a writer. Her stuff got published because of Joe. She's on the right track because of Joe. Yes, he killed her friends and her ex-boyfriend and killed some people too. Yeah, he's a psychopath and a stalker. All those things are true. But she did benefit from it. So, yay! Then you have Paco. He's dealing with Ron, because Ron pretty much put Claudia in the hospital. He beat her up pretty bad. And so now you have Paco who's trying to deal with it, and then Joe trying to help him out through the situation the way Joe knows how to help somebody out through the situation. Yeah, death. So, things did not go well for the relationship between Beck and Joe. They had a good run. They had a good run. They were going good until Beck found out. Well, what can you do? What can you do? When she saw that box and she saw all of Joe's secrets, well, the truth came out. But in the process, it still kind of helped her out in her. Well, sort of. Not towards the end. She did die. So, Joe did kill her. Spoiler alert. Sorry. But all that did was lead to more questions toward the end. Because all this time, there's no spoiler right here. Sorry. All this time, I thought that Candace was dead. I thought that Joe killed his ex-girlfriend. He made up this story. She went to Italy with a boyfriend and all this crap. And so I thought she was dead. Turns out she's not. I thought, what? Now I don't know if it actually is Candace, or is Joe seeing things, or he's pretty crazy now. I don't know what's going on. He's just maybe because he has been seeing Candace a lot of times recently. So I don't know if this is another hallucination, or is she actually really there. And if she actually really there, why didn't he kill her? I'm glad he didn't kill her, but at the same time, what happened there? He killed a lot of people, so I don't know. But Joe, the way it was set up, the way it was done, the way how Joe got away with it was just fantastic. This show is so good. This show is so good. It's so really enjoyable. I have enjoyed this whole entire season, getting to know Joe. Because the thing is, Joe actually is a nice guy. He's very charming. He has a sense of humor. He's not a bad looking guy. You like him. But then you see this darker side of him. He's a psychopath, and you understand it because he was abused by his father. His mother didn't do anything about this. It was like he probably went into foster care, ran away, and then this bookstore guy took him in, who also was kind of crazy, and then that kind of trained Joe to love books. Great, but kind of mentally abused him as well. So now Joe's just a damaged man that's grew up, who loves books, and insane. Now, when I was watching this show, I kept thinking to myself, what did this character kind of remind me of a little bit? And it popped in my head, Dexter. He kind of reminds me of Dexter. Dexter was also damaged, but the thing is though, Dexter witnessed somebody, I think somebody getting murdered, I think his parents or somebody getting murdered in front of him as a child, and he was covered in their blood, made him obsessed with blood, and he became in forensics and stuff like that too, working for the police. He's still a psychopath. He had taken in by a police officer who saw that Dexter was a little bit nuts and crazy, and trained him with his psychopathic tendencies and serial killer tendencies to focus it on just bad people. But you got Joe. He didn't really have that training. He just and so most of the time he kills somebody is out of passion, or he feels as though he needs to do this to help the person who he's trying to protect or help, or help them improve their lives. Like, he saw Beck as somebody who has potential, who can be better, but she's surrounded by people who are toxic to her, and so the only way she can blossom and spread her wings and fly, he has to kill all those people. He had to kill that ex-boyfriend. He had to kill Peach. Peach was toxic. He pretty much he has to do all these crazy insane things because the people who he loves, he has to protect. I mean, Paco was getting beat. His mother was getting bruised by Ron constantly, and she wasn't going to leave him. And he found out that Ron was like blackmailing her too. So, well, he had to kill him because to protect them from who they were. And then watching Paco seeing Joe kill somebody, how is it going to affect him? I don't know, because he saw that Beck was in trouble. When Paco saw that Beck was in trouble, in need of assistance, trying to get away from Joe, and when he found out Joe was involved, he backed off, closed the door, and said, sorry, and left. So I just, wow. Now, I think this show got picked up for the second season. I think so. Hopefully it does. But, because it pretty much leaves on a cliffhanger. But like I said, this season so far for the first season was done quite well. I don't know where they're going to go next season, how they're going to prolong this story, but wow, well done. So leave comments down below. Let me know what you thought of this episode of You. If you haven't watched it, check it out for yourself. Hopefully when you watch it, you will enjoy it. Have fun watching it too. So give my channel a big like, hit the thumbs up, shaboop, and subscribe to my channel and share. I would appreciate it, like I always say, in my dreams and in my life, I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out, peoples.